In this step, we are going to make our first attempt at checking the search volume for our keyword list. And the first place we're going to do that is the Keywords Everywhere Chrome extension. And I want you to go ahead and install that. There's instructions on the site. It's just keywordseverywhere.com. And it'll have instructions on installing this on Chrome. And it will give you a little extension here. And whenever you click it, it will give you this bulk upload keywords. And in this, you can upload, I can't remember exactly how many, but it's thousands, and maybe up to 10,000 or 5,000 or something like that at a time. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to our Excel file that we've already created here, and we're going to copy that list, and we're going to paste those in here. And then we're going to get search volume and CPC. Okay, so one thing to note is that this is just one tool, and it's not going to be 100% accurate, and none of the tools that you use will be 100% accurate on search volume. So it's a great idea to try multiple tools, but this is the one that I have found to be the most reliable and accurate for a free tool, especially one that lets you check in bulk. And a couple other places you could check if you wanted. You can do a KW Finder will allow you to upload up to 200 at a time to check search volume. And then GrepWords is like $15 a month, and you can export a list here. So in this case, I came up with, actually I'll show you what this would spit out. This is really meant to be used in software as an API. Not necessarily for end users, but you can use it if you'd like. But it basically just gives you a spreadsheet. So I put that whole 2,300 keywords in it, only spit out 4. And then this right here is the average monthly search volume for each of those 4 keywords. So it could be helpful to check GrepWords if you wanted. Again, it's around $15 a month, so may not be something you want to pay for. Again, KW Finder, you can do 200 at a time for free, and then with this one, it's free all the time for as many as you want. So what we're going to do when we get this, you can sort here if you'd like, but we're just going to go ahead and click here on CSV, and then open that, and then I'll delete this column, and for now, I don't actually need any of this. This could be helpful if I were running ads, but I just want search volume. And we're going to actually take that. I'm going to move it off to my other screen, but I'm going to pull back over this, and we're going to just drag this into our spreadsheet. You could do it however you want. I mean, if you're using Google Sheets or anything like that, you can just take that CSV and import it right in. It'll make a new tab for you, or you can tell it to make a new tab for you. And at this point, obviously we have all these zeros up top. Is still in alphabetical order, or the uploaded order. So we can go into our data and we can do a sort by search volume, and we want to do largest to smallest. And we can see that here we have, I'll just kind of put a line break here. We only have about 12 terms that have search volume according to this tool. So, you can use that and compare to like your other tools. Let's see, GrepWords was telling me, see if these are the same. These 4 line up with those. So Boudoir Photography, Oklahoma City. Boudoir Photography, Oklahoma City. Now see, this is telling me 40 searches per month, whereas this one told me up to 480. So those numbers are drastically different. So sometimes, this one, Boudoir Photography, OKC, Boudoir Photography, OKC, 1,000, or actually 720 and 260. So these numbers are definitely off as far as the accuracy. We might want to check with KW Finder in this case. We can go to import keywords and just enter these that had some search volume, and then import those. See what it tells us. So these numbers look a lot more like the ones from Keywords Everywhere, but maybe slightly different. Again, it's just going to be an estimate, and you have to use this. Typically, these tools are good at telling you relative estimates. So if it tells you, that one gets way more than the others, you know that it's probably more popular. Even if these numbers, it could be 10 times what this is. It could be this gets 1,000 and this gets 100, but it's still going to be, this gets 2,000 and this gets 100 or whatever it is. Relatively, they're probably pretty close, even if the actual volume is off. And so just kind of keep that in mind. That's probably one of the most popular questions I get is like, what if, are these actually accurate? Well, I feel like I get more or less than that. And the answer is you're going to have to find out whenever you are ranking for them, but this can help you make decisions and help you make smart decisions. So the other thing cool about KW Finder and a lot of other paid tools, you can do this, but notice here it gives me a difficulty. With KW Finder, I think you can do, I can't remember how many you can do per day for free, but I can click on this right here, and I think maybe, let's see if it'll tell me the free one. KW Finder. This looks like I can only do 3 keyword lookups per 24 hours. So like doing the full keyword workup here. But I might pick, the most popular ones and kind of look and see what the difficulty is. And again, keep in mind that each of these tools uses a different type of score. But like so far, I can see that, Boudoir Photos OKC gets, it's relatively easier than Boudoir Photographers Oklahoma City, and it gets more search volume and it's less difficult. So sometimes those things can help you make your decisions. We're not going to get too much more into that right now, but for right now, I just wanted to show you some simple tools to start checking your search volume. We're going to be doing some other things to get even more keywords, and we'll also be rerunning some of these through to line them up later. But this is a great way to get your first kind of core list. Some of these things you may not have thought about. You may not have thought about OKC Boudoir Photographers or Boudoir Photography Edmond, Oklahoma. You might not have known that would get a decent amount of searches. And so doing this really helps to get started, and we can take these and use them in other tools, which we'll cover in the next steps.